Michael Dignan's gone to right half forward as the match gets underway, and Joe Erity's gone into full forward straight away, sending in that ball towards Joe Dooley. Joe here challenging the team captain for Kilkenny. They try to make some headway. They've got a great chance. Joe Dermody was out quickly. Billy Dooley was in there, and the referee says, hang on, that's going to be a free out. And already you can see just how soft the ground conditions are down there in front of Joe Dermody's goal. Well, this was a very near thing indeed, as Billy Dooley was coming in, and there was a wild pull, and the referee says free out to Kilkenny, to be taken by Joe Dermody. Joe playing in his 6th championship match, sending it way down. Martin Hannamy comes out here. Two very able defences on view this afternoon. Philly Larkin in midfield, sending it down towards Charlie Carter. Will it be Charlie's day? PJ Delaney trying to get onto it here. First chance then for PJ Delaney, leaving it right in there. DJ Kerry's trying to take it up onto his stick. Out it comes, and it's Brian Whelan who gets it clear. Back again by Canis Brennan. What an atmosphere, what a start. Peter Barry driving it back in there. Kevin Keenahan's under it. PJ Delaney trying to get his stick to it. Andy Comerford, and the referee, calm as you like, is in there to see a chop, and it's going to be a free in. Having over there with the Offaly captain, Hubert Rigney from St. Rynagh's. The point is made already that Dickie always seems one of the most composed, one of the most relaxed officials ever, no matter what the atmosphere, no matter what the occasion. DJ Kerry, first chance of a score. He's outside the 20-metre line. Will he roll it over the bar? Yes, he will. So DJ Kerry gets his first point of the match, Kilkenny's first chance. And just look out for his frees when he gets them near the 20-metre line, because he has scored 20 goals in his championship career, and 9 of them have been against Offaly. Stephen Byrne with the puck out towards Gary Hanafy's corner. Breaks loose, however. Peter Barry trying to link up there with Tom Hickey. Erity firing it back there towards Johnny Dooley, looking for the equaliser, but he's put it to the left. So just a reminder again that it's Johnny Dooley who's playing in midfield alongside Johnny Pilkington. Michael Dignan's right half forward. Brendan Ward there in the centre, the Offaly chairman, urging on the side alongside Podge Mulhare. John Troy's on the 40, Gary Hanafy's left half forward, and then the full forward line, Billy Dooley's on the right, Joe Dooley's on the left, and in between them it's Joe Erity. This breaks across here towards Brian McAvoy, as I said earlier, switched with DJ Kerry. That's Andy Comerford, really works hard for Kilkenny. Peter Barry on his knees, took the ball off the ground with his hand, not allowed, free to Offaly. Here's Brian Whelan to hit this one. It's his 28th time to play championship. The servant of Offaly, he's been down the years. Canis Brennan trying to catch this one, catching it magnificently when he's fouled. He's started well, Canis Brennan. Batted away the first ball that came his way, caught the second one. And the man he is marking this afternoon is John Troy. Pat O'Neill hitting the free. Over the head there of Ryan McAvoy. That's Simon Whelan. Down on his hands and knees. The referee preparing to throw the ball in. Andy Comerford and Hubert Rigney going to be the two contesting for this one. Here comes McAvoy. Chance of another score, and he's putting it over the bar. Brian McAvoy's first point, Kilkenny's second. They've made the better start. Following the throw there, it was swiftly taken by Brian McAvoy, showing courage and dash, and a good finish. A man with boundless energy is Brian McAvoy, playing it left half forward. Peter Barry trying to take it away from the attentions there of Johnny Dooley, held further away by Michael Kavanagh initially. Brian Whelan, his stick is broken, he'll need a replacement quickly as we watch Johnny Dooley set off. Willie O'Connor, what a match he played in the semi-final. Willie again trying to deny Billy Dooley, sending it in towards his brother Joe, swiftly hitting it on the ground, but couldn't quite get it on target. Now 35 years of age, of course. Joe playing today in his 45th championship match. And some early news now of this match from the sideline from Marty Morrissey.
Well, as we've reported in other games involving Kilkenny, they always have somebody, normally it's Brendan Fennelly, up in the stand communicating with the selection committee. Kevin Fennelly has no earpiece today. The man that's communicating with Brendan Fennelly is Dick O'Neill from the Young Ireland's club.
Yeah, I saw him getting wired up before the match round about 2:45. Tom Hickey almost picked that ball off the ground. Play continues. Peter Barry dispossessed. Comes back to Johnny Dooley. Sending it in towards Joe Erity. It goes beyond him, however. Not a good ball in, and it's an easy one in the end for Joe Dermody to take away. Big, huge cheer from the Kilkenny following as he drives it downfield. Kevin Martin blocked down. Nipping in here, DJ Carey. On his way. McAvoy's after it, so too Simon Wheelahan, and he leaves it in the end for Stephen Byrne. Very astutely picking out Johnny Pilkington. Huge one down in beyond the corner back. Pat O'Neill, however, the fullback, comes across. Can't prevent it going out over the sideline. He's a big, tough customer, Pat O'Neill. Won, of course, one of the man of the match in the 1992 final. Might well have won it in 1993 as well. This to be taken in the end by Johnny Pilkington. Michael Dignan moving infield. Offaly just needing a score now to try and settle them down. So almost 6.5 minutes gone. A chance for Pilkington to cut it. Inside it goes there. Joerity was whipping on it. Out it comes again. This time Michael Dignan, quick change of direction. And it ends up going over the bar. So Offaly finally get off the mark in the 7th minute of this match. From the sideline ball, in it went in there to Michael Dignan, and he did the rest. Hubert Rigney beaten for this one by Andy Comerford. Comes out to Kevin Martin, great wrist work. Out to John Troy. They need a big game from Troy, just as Kilkenny need a big game from DJ Carey. Joe Dooley, man of the match in the last game, and he sends this one over the bar. That will do his confidence an awful lot of good. So it's the equaliser, and it's Joe Dooley who provides it. And this is how he did it. Went out towards the sideline, took Tom Hickey with him, and had the confidence to strike a beautiful point. Referee is out in the middle of the field there, a player needing attention, and the player in question appears to be Hubert Rigney. Up to Brendan Lee and Michael Bond there as well, the manager. Blow to the face clearly. Hubert's fairly quiet by nature, but the captaincy has brought him out a little bit more because he really is quite shy, but if they win the cup, well, he'll have to make the presentation speech. Very, very tense and anxious faces everywhere, but it's a glorious occasion. Hubert's okay. So Joe Dermody once again. Johnny Pilkington contesting this time, beating Philly Larkin to it. Larkin will have to stick very, very tight on Johnny Pilkington, who by his own standards has not a particularly good season. But here he is playing in our Ireland final, same as Brian McAvoy. Players calling for it. McAvoy striking it with a lot of power. It comes out off the post and out and wide. So just a first wide then for Kilkenny. Brian McAvoy, who's already scored. Michael Bond pacing up and down the sideline. As we said, not an awful lot was known about him before the time he became manager, but he's had a long spell with Galway and with Galway clubs. This is Michael Kavanagh, under 21 full-back as well. Kevin Martin beaten for it there. Sent back up again towards Joe Erity. Between Erity and Pat O'Neill. Two big, strong fellows. O'Neill one-handed away. Taken away by John Troy. Back to Joe Dooley. Can you replicate the earlier score? Not on this occasion. Joe a little bit annoyed with himself there because Offaly have already stuck 3 wides. Andy Comerford down there in the centre, hoping to try and really solve that problem for Kilkenny on the 40. Comes back into the face of the Kilkenny backs again. Michael Kavanagh. Johnny Pilkington getting onto it. Nice hand pass back to Brian Wheelahan. Wheelahan, a good low ball inside to Joe Erity. Good play. Erity turning. And that's a fine score. Joe Erity from Borough, the point scorer. But it was the quality of the pass that made it all possible. Johnny Pilkington sensibly looking up, giving the right kind of ball into Erity. Not much the fullback could do about it. And Offaly lead. Hubert Rigney, sun in his eyes at this stage, and the rest of the Offaly backs. Charlie Carter coming in here. It's there! What a start by Charlie Carter. A goal in the 11th minute. Charlie the man to deliver. Questions will be asked about the Offaly backline, however. How was he allowed that latitude? He got it, and he availed of it. It was a wonderful finish by Charlie Carter, a man who got 1-5, of course, in the Leinster final against the same opponents. He's done it again. That's a great catch by Canis Brennan. Kilkenny go back in front again by 2 points. Martin Hannamy knocking that one away. 2 great rivals here in Leinster, in this all-Leinster All-Ireland final. Michael Kavanagh delivering that one inside. Hubert Rigney needing a second, but great ground hurling, getting it forward towards Joe Dooley. Tom Hickey battling away in there to deny the veteran Offaly man. Here's Michael Kavanagh. Martin Hannamy, over his head it went to PJ Delaney. That came off the fullback Kevin Kinahan, and it'll be a sideline ball for Kilkenny. PJ Delaney's dad, of course, Pat, was a star in the past for Kilkenny, and in particular in the 1969 Leinster final involving Kilkenny and Offaly, when Kilkenny won by 2 points. They got 3 goals in the match, and it was Pat Delaney who got all the goals. Andy Comerford, not a good ball in, but it might come good yet. Charlie Carter hand passing it back out, scoop back out again to Andy Comerford, and that's over. Didn't look too promising when the ball was hit in from the sideline, but Andy Comerford gets his first point of this final to really boost his confidence. Scooped beautifully out there by Brian McAvoy as far as Comerford, and over it sailed. Canis once again making a wonderful catch. Canis Brennan, brother of Nicky, the former manager. Brian Wheelahan having to scamper after this one, trying to link up with his brother, but is robbed, and it's Charlie Carter who has it, firing it away to top of the right, just as Kenny O'Shea had moved in, the number 18. So far it's all Martin Hannamy down there. He was being dragged back, and not much doubt about the referee's decision. And most of the balls that have come down there between Kenny O'Shea and Martin Hannamy have been won by the St. Ryna's man so far. But Kenny O'Shea has the ability to get goals. Some switches in the Offaly forward line. Just noticing Joe Erity has gone out to try and cut down on the dominance of Canis Brennan. But here's Brennan once again, leaving it for Pat O'Neill. As you can see, John Troy has now gone into full forward. O'Neill called into action once again, and one-handed scooping it out over the sideline. A man who was prepared assiduously for this particular final, Pat O'Neill. So now it's going to be Johnny Pilkington to take the sideline cut. Offaly needing a little something in front of goal. John Troy trying to provide a bit of a cutting edge for them. Joe Erity beaten for it by the determination of Tom Hickey. Comes out to Peter Barry. Nicely gathered here by DJ Carey. At this stage he's right half forward on Kevin Martin, sending that one in low towards Charlie Carter. Good ball. Oh, Hubert Rigney, and in the end picked up by Simon Wheelahan for Offaly. Nicely downfield towards Gary Hannafy. Haven't seen much of him in the early exchanges. Trying to get it out of danger. Joe Dooley, 45 metres out, blocked down. Comes to Peter Barry. Sending it back towards Carter once again, who's drifted across to the right-hand side. Now without the Hurley, beaten. Well, I thought he was going to be beaten, but he got there through sheer determination. Now Kenny O'Shea. Sending it across dangerously. Oh, it's stopped on the goal line. Brian Whelan making the clearance. That was very nearly goal number 2 for Kilkenny. Ripped away there by Johnny Dooley. Kilkenny having the edge at midfield. Andy Comerford across here towards Brian McAvoy once again. Again the Cats come ready. That's a wonderful stroke away that time by Johnny Pilkington. Comes out to Brian McAvoy, sending it in high and sending it over the bar. A second point for Brian McAvoy. Doing well against Brian Whelan. Kilkenny lead 1-4 to 3 points. This was the near miss a couple of minutes ago as Kenny O'Shea was coming in. And just look, ball in the end swept off the line there, and Brian Whelan taking it further away from danger. Stephen Burns puck out. Again going towards Gary Hanafy's wing. Big, tall, strapping fellow, but beautiful work here by Philly Larkin. His dad and grandfather, of course, All-Ireland medal winners in the past. DJ Carey getting that one forward was PJ Delaney. Kevin Keenahan. Some of the Offaly backs a little bit loose in their marking. Great determination again by Kilkenny, been illustrated here in DJ Carey. Wants to play a really big game. Kilkenny were perceived to be below their best so far in this championship. Kevin Martin's down injured. Play continues, but the referee has gone in to attend to Kevin Martin. He's back up on his feet again as Canis Brennan is prepared to clear the ball, but he can afford to take a little tea break. Referee is in there, making sure that the Offaly player can get the attention he requires. Kevin Martin happily back up on his feet again. So it's going to be a free downfield, and there's a switch here which has been made, and Brian Whelan is going into the forward line at right half forward, and it's Michael Duignan who has gone back to pick up Brian McAvoy. That is an interesting switch made so early in this match. So Brian Whelan, one of the best backs in the country, now playing in the forwards. Pat O'Neill magnificently taking this one. Michael Bond has a habit, of course, of switching around his players time and again, trying to keep them on their toes and keep the opposition thinking. That's a sideline ball in spite of the best efforts of Michael Kavanagh. Sean McMahon there, the Clare man, who is on the line at that far side. Johnny Pilkington waiting to hit this one in. 4 points separating the teams. The referee, I think, wants a bit more urgency. Nicely cut in. Could have ended up anywhere if anybody had been able to get a stick to it, in particular Joe Dooley, who was in there lurking. That's 4 wides now that Offaly are guilty of as we go back to the sideline and Marty. Yeah,
the general belief here is, I think, around us here in the Cusack stand, is that it's a plot, it's a plan by Offaly to move Brian Whelan after he did so well against Clare into the attack. But from the Offaly dugout, it appears that they weren't happy with the way Brian Whelan was defending against Kilkenny, and it was just decided on the day, this moment, to move him into the attack.
Yeah, let's see how it pans out as Joe Dooley gets it back towards Johnny Pilkington. Now there's a bit of space here. It's Johnny Dooley who hits it, and that should really have been over the bar. Instead, it's a way to the left, a shake of the head by Johnny. Well, that was a bad miss. Offaly not playing particularly well. And the Kilkenny mentors, with Kevin Fennelly and his selectors, of course, continuing to issue the instructions. The fellow selectors being Mick McCarthy and Dick O'Neill. So Michael Duignan now at right half back. Couldn't hold on to that one. Andy Comerford trying to get it through somehow. Just got a little flick of it there out as far as Brian McAvoy. Nicely in towards Charlie Carter, but the bounce of the ball would uncount for him. Perhaps the pitch at fault there. That's Simon Whelan opting to kick that ball away once again towards Gary Hanafy. Billy Dooley, nice pick up. He's going for the score himself, but really, the last 2 misses now by Johnny and by Billy are something that they may well rue before the end of this match, because that was hit from about 70 metres out, and there were players in better positions inside. He won't be pleased. The Offaly inside forward line now reading John Troy, Joe Dooley and Billy Dooley. Meanwhile, back in midfield, Hubert Rigney picking it up, doing well, anchoring the Offaly half-back line. Johnny Pilkington firing it away and again, and there's hesitation, and that's supposed to picked off the ground. The referee appealing for it inside there. It perhaps could be a 20-metre free in. They're racing in quickly. And the umpire will certainly have a view on that, I think. Dickie Murphy then signalling, I think, that it's going to be a free in. This is what happened again. So the referee then awarding this free. Now it should be an ordinary 20-metre free in because the goalkeeper picked the ball off the ground inside that little rectangle. The result of that is an ordinary 20-metre free. That's the rule. Here's John Troy, and he's content to put it over the bar. It also happened in another match earlier this season, as it's won 4-4 points. And I think on that particular occasion it was Brendan Cummins, the Tipperary goalkeeper, picked the ball off the ground. And of course the rule is an ordinary free from 20 metres out. So 3 between them. A game which, in spite of that goal by Charlie Carter, has really yet to fire into life. Johnny Dooley, can he inspire the midfield? Nice ball down along towards Joe Dooley. Again the ball bouncing unkindly. Pat O'Neill gets it away as far as Brian McAvoy is settling down to play a good match. Dispossessed this time by Brian Wheelahan. Back to the new man at right half back. Michael Dignan fouled as he was kicking the ball away. And we've seen so many players today resort to kicking it away rather than hurl it away. 3 to Offaly. Dignan, hurler and footballer, of course, in the past. Brian Wheelahan, in spite of going into the forwards, has come back to try and hit this free. It's on his own 65-metre line. It's a huge one, and it lands over the bar. A very valuable free converted there by Brian Wheelahan, his first point of the day, and that was from his own 65-metre line. Joe Dermody ready to pop this ball out. Only 2 points separating the teams midway through the first half. Johnny Dooley contesting in there with Peter Barry, and it's Dooley who takes it away. He's received a gash in the head, I can tell you, as well, as he was clashing for that one. Up as far as his brother Billy. Billy lobbing it in again, and this time it's the goalkeeper who has the easy task of coming out and making the clearance. Johnny is going to need attention pretty soon, but he's hurling away right now. Andy Comerford trying to beat Michael Dignan. Johnny Pilkington coming in here. Good sidestep, nice hand pass away. Brian Wheelahan blocked down brilliantly there by Liam Keown. Michael Dignan again. Dispossessed by Brian McAvoy, has looked lively from the very start of this match. Philly Larkin having quite a battle with Johnny Pilkington. Here's Canis Brennan. Delivering it down towards Andy Comerford again. Michael Dignan once more. Trying to keep Brian McAvoy as quiet as possible. Kevin Keenahan from the Sir Kieran's club in Clarine in Offaly. Of course, the colours they wear are the black and amber as well. Nice hand pass by Wheelahan for Troy. John Troy's shot is over the bar, and there'll be a point between the teams. A second point by John Troy. Well, that has certainly delighted the Offaly following. Only a point in it then, and the referee is holding up the match so that there can be attention given to Johnny Dooley. The selectors have a little confab on the side. This is that hand pass again, beautifully delivered inside for John Troy. It was a lovely sweet hurler. Over the bar that went. There was an accidental clash just before all of that, and there's a little gash on the forehead there of Johnny Dooley. Again, the medical officer called into action, and very wisely Dickie Murphy holding up the match, making sure that the player can receive proper attention. The biggest game of the year for all of these players, and in some of their cases the most important match they've ever played in their lives, those playing in it for the very first time. Johnny's been through it before. Who will ever forget 1994 in the last 5 minutes of that match against Limerick? Certainly they won't forget it in Limerick. Young and old having a look on here. 10 minutes from half-time. During half-time, of course, the crowd here will be watching the mini sevens games again. One of Johnny's former colleagues has a daughter playing here. That's Sifa Kelly, who's the daughter of Joachim, and she'll be playing at the mini sevens alongside Brenda Birmingham, former daughter of Brendan Birmingham, former star. Nicely picked up here again by McAvoy, who's a constant thorn. Hubert Ridley delivering it back there towards Billy Dooley against Willie O'Connor. The breaking ball here, and again that tower of strength, Pat O'Neill, comes forward, beating Brian Whelan to it, out as far as Keown. Pat O'Neill is playing a very good, simple, effective game. At the other end, the other fullback, Kevin Keenan, put under pressure by PJ Delaney. Charlie Carter is there as well. He comes back towards McAvoy, ready to take on the Offaly defence, looking for another one to open up a gap once more. And Brian McAvoy has now got 3 points in this match. He's having the kind of day that Fergie Toohey had here in 1995, and now it's 1-5 to 6 points. 2 points the margin. Given too much room, far too much latitude, dodging all the would-be tackles off his left side. A good score. Canis Brennan for once misses this one, and Philly Larkin is there to help out Peter Barry, his midfield partner. Across towards Kenny O'Shea. Low ball inside towards DJ Carey. Carey has got 1 point in this match, that from a free. Here's PJ Delaney. Little block at it by Kevin Keenan. Keenan does well. Can't get it away, however, because of the tightness of the marking there by the Cats forwards. Andy Comerford putting the head down, trying to go through. Nice ball outside. Here's a chance. Kenny O'Shea, stop there. Nicely put out. Out it comes towards Michael Dignan. Very good goalkeeping by Stephen Byrne once again. Out it goes towards Gary Hannafy. Canis Brennan. Hannafy coming forward. It's kicked back by Kavanagh in the end. Back towards his own full-back, Pat O'Neill. And there he is against Joe Dooley. Hopefully get the verdict. Well, that was a very close call just seconds ago down at the other end as the ball is hurled in there. And once again it's Pat O'Neill. Going very short this time to Liam Keown, who fortunately from a Kilkenny point of view got it up onto the stick. Kicks it towards Philly Larkin, 45 metres out. Beats Johnny Pilkington to it. Towards O'Shea once again, that's a good catch. Martin Hannamy discarding the red helmet. Beaten on this occasion. Inside towards PJ Delaney. PJ Carey there as well. And here comes Kevin Martin. He's had a great year. Very near the sideline. In the end, it becomes a Kilkenny sideline ball. In this first ever All-Leinster, All-Ireland hurling final. Gary Hannafy yet to score. Hasn't really had much of a scoring chance so far. Michael Kavanagh from St. Lachlan's to hit this. Straight towards DJ Carey, that one went.
Come on, Carey, boy.
Notice that Offaly are preparing a player on the far side. There could be a change there pretty soon. That's Martin Hannamy getting that ball out. Willie O'Connor coming across here to it. Philly Larkin. Down towards Kenny O'Shea, going low to try and take that one away was Johnny Pilkington, helped by Hannamy. Offaly get it back. The forwards needing a better service in there. Joe Dooley trying to make something of it. Brian Whelan coming onto it. This is a scoring chance for Whelan, and he puts it over the bar. That's a second point now for Brian Whelan. The first from a huge free from distance, and this one from play, making it 1-5 to 7 points. In other words, the margin is down once again to the minimum, and all as a result of this nice bit of play here by Brian Whelan. Got away from his man, who is Liam Keown, and put it over the bar. And it seems like we're going to have a change, and Marty will tell us about it.
Yes, indeed, Chair. Well, the Offaly selectors delayed selection because of Gary Hannafy's flu. Unfortunately, Gary Hannafy didn't really perform that well. He's been just taken off, and the man that's on is Paddy Mulhare.
So Mulhare in, and Mulhare operating at left half forward. It's Johnny Dooley has to thunder his way out now with a knee or a leg injury. He's been in the wars in the opening half hour of this particular match. Hoping that DJ, I'm sure, will really blossom as the game progresses. The faithful from Kilkenny against the faithful county from Offaly. So Brian Wheelahan, this free from just about a metre ahead of where he converted the earlier one. This is low, could have gone anywhere. Keown has it. So with 5 minutes to go to half-time, it's Willie O'Connor who delivers a huge ball downfield. Andy Comerford trying to make it his. A stalemate situation. Finally knocked ahead by Philly Larkin towards PJ Delaney. And the referee, I think, will be forced to throw the ball up. So once again, some more news for Marty.
Kevin Fennelly has just switched DJ Carey to centre half forward, Andy Comerford on the wing, but he did give the instruction, it was only just for a few minutes, to see if DJ would become more involved in the match.
That's Paddy Mulher getting that ball forward towards the two-man full forward line. Joe Dooley and John Troy. Dooley going for the score, lovely turn, and that's the equaliser, level for the second time. Joe Dooley produces it again. A second point in this All-Ireland final, and it's 1-5 for Kilkenny, 8 points for Offaly. Well, there was speculation that this might well be Joe Dooley's last final. If it is to be the case, he's certainly playing well. Taking his chances, just as he did against Clare 2 weeks ago. Dermody's puck out, a big one, down into the half-back line. Rigney taking it. Oh, DJ Carey did really well to get that ball away. Can they now turn it into a score? Here's McAvoy. The ball outside to Kenny O'Shea. Firing, and he puts it over the bar. Kenny O'Shea's first point. And Kilkenny have the lead again. Well, sometimes we don't see DJ doing all the donkey work, but he was doing it there. Very selfless work. On from McAvoy for Kenny O'Shea to put it over the bar. But it was the work of DJ Carey that set that one up. Lovely little flick away. Here's Tom Hickey. Tom operating at left half, left corner back. PJ Delaney across towards O'Shea with that ball carrying too much pace. Martin Hannamy racing after it. O'Shea trying to steal inside. Hanamy's a difficult carry to get that ball away from, and it's Kevin Martin in the end. Down to midfield towards Paddy Mulher. Offaly have men there in numbers. Hubert Rigney, first touch, a good one. Sweeping it back into the two-man full forward line. Great catch by Pat O'Neill. Aware he was about to be hooked by Joe Dooley. Billy Dooley challenging as well. He's doing a lot of one-handed hurling in this particular match, Pat O'Neill. Comes back here to Willie O'Connor. That's a good ball forward to DJ Carey, who made that last point. And he's fouled, and it's a free in. DJ now operating on the 40 against Hubert Rigney. They keep on moving the players around, but the tactic clearly is to try and unsettle Hubert Rigney, who mops up an awful lot of ball for Offaly. So Dickie Murphy giving the decision. With just under 2 minutes to go to half-time, possibly a little bit of injury time for the attention we had for Johnny Dooley. It'll be DJ to score this, Kilkenny's leading scorer in the championship. 3 goals and 18 points so far this year. From right in the middle of the field, the breeze against him. Will he opt to lob this ball in, or will he go for the point himself? He's going for it, but it's stopped on the goal line by Stephen Byrne again. Outside to Simon Wheelahan. Charlie Carter in there to try and pinch it away from the corner back if at all possible. PJ Delaney, the hand pass back here to Brian McAvoy. Lobbing it in, and again it's short, and again the goalkeeper gets it. And a quick counter-attack then by Offaly towards Joe Erity. Brian Wheelahan coming to try and take it away from Willie O'Connor. Liam Keown's there to help the other defender. Keown nicely down. Again there's no marking of Brian McAvoy. Dignan standing back, now trying to challenge. Hubert Rigney next in with the challenges, and the referee says, hang on, that's a foul. And it's a free in for Kilkenny. Great work being done by Brian McAvoy in this first half. DJ Carey calling for a replacement stick. So close to half-time now. Kilkenny looking to stretch their lead here to 2 points. It'll be DJ Carey who will take it, as Brian McAvoy has been one of the stars of the first half for the Kilkenny Cats, looking for their 26th All-Ireland victory. That would put them within one of Cork. DJ taking maximum care over this. There's some jeering up on the hill among the Offaly fans, trying to put him off his strike. But they certainly haven't put him off his stride, and he puts it over the bar. DJ Carey's second point of free. She's happy, they're all happy in there among the Kilkenny following, because they've got a 2-point lead, 1-7 to 8 points. And in this first half so far, Offaly have created more chances. They've created 17 chances to Kilkenny's 13. But that goal after 11 minutes by Charlie Carter, so important. Michael Kavanagh gets it down to Philly Larkin, busy as always at midfield. Two players chasing after. Billy Dooley was one of them, not quite sure where that was going to end up. And here once again is Brian McAvoy. John Troy trying to dispossess him. He gets it out to Liam Cohen. Great block down by Michael Dagnan this time. Running into Peter Barry, however. DJ Carey, it's a lovely pick up ahead of Johnny Dooley. That was wonderful hurling. Now where's this going to end? Short again is the answer. Stephen Byrne once more. Last line of defence. The ball has dropped into his hands on about 3 occasions in the last 10 minutes. It was the lovely pick-up. He's got a hand injury, as you can see, but the pick-up of DJ Carey was as sweet as you could see. Charlie Carter to leave this one, and it's going to be Brian McAvoy, happy with his 3 points from play in the first half. Sideline cut, not a particularly good one, straight to Michael Dagnan, and the referee blows the whistle for half-time here in the 110th All-Ireland Hurling Final, the Guinness All-Ireland Championship, reaching its climax. Kevin Martin did a steady job at left half back, but it was Brian McAvoy who was one of the real stars for Kilkenny, and Charlie Carter who got the goal, his only chance, after 11 minutes. There are 2 points separating the teams at half-time, but Kilkenny have the vital lead by 1-7 to 8 points. Yes, Michael, something strange has happened here this afternoon. I think the wind has changed direction since the start of the game. And by the flags across on the far side, it's now blowing down the field towards Hill 16. In other words, it's favouring Offaly yet again as the second half gets underway. And I had that little whisper as well at half-time that the great Brian Wheelahan did wake up this morning with a bout of flu, and that might have explained his performance during the first half, or at periods during the first half. Offaly coming looking for the first score of the second half. John Troy trying to make some inroads there, but he picked the ball off the ground, and it's going to be a free out for Kilkenny. This once again here is what was happening as they were trying to launch an attack, and the ball there was picked up off the ground. Brian Wheelahan now, by the way, has gone into full forward in a complete transformation as DJ Carey sets up. Andy Comer hits it low. Stephen Byrne makes the save. Tricky one down there because of the state of the pitch this afternoon. Out to Johnny Pilkington. Beautifully caught by Philly Larkin. Setting it up once again for Brian McAvoy. And that has gone wide. That's just the second wide in this match for Kilkenny. Obviously they had just 1 in the first half, and 6 in the first half was the Offaly return. Stephen Byrne playing in his 8th championship match. Johnny Dooley contesting, but beaten for it here by Peter Barry. Kevin Martin picking it up. Dropping it down towards John Troy, getting there ahead of him, however, was Tom Hickey, but he was out over the sideline. And Sean McMahon, the linesman from Clare, was waving his flag furiously. Young player who's had a dream year so far, Tom Hickey, hoping that he'll be taking the Liam McCarthy Cup at the end of the 70 minutes. Troy going short this time, inside towards Brian Wheelahan. Now it's full forward, and that's over the bar. It might well transform Offaly yet. So, just a point between the teams. In front of an attendance today of 65,491. This is what they saw, and that's where it ended up. Joe Dermody. Seems to be pucking into the wind. But the more flags you look at here, you realise the wind is swirling around quite a lot. That's Joe Doherty trying to get that ball down to the other Joe Dooley. Out towards Paddy Mulhare. Quick change of direction in order for Paddy to take it on and try and take it by Michael Kavanagh. The referee's whistle sounds. Michael Kavanagh. Paddy Mulhare, who's hoping to really get more and more into this match. It'll be a free to Offaly for that foul by Kavanagh. John Troy coming out to take it. Just inside that 45-metre line. This to level the match. Rolling it up confidently, hitting it sweetly, or so it seems. No, it's just tailed away in the last minute. Seemed to be on its way, but he's put it wide, and there's still a point between the teams. Kilkenny still the leaders. Tense faces down there among the Offaly substitutes. Dermody hits it right through the centre towards PJ Delaney. It runs on beyond him. Charlie Carter has it, shortens the grip on the stick, and he puts it over the bar. A goal on board now by Charlie. Kilkenny's first point of the second half. And it's as you were at half-time with 2 points between the teams, but it was a huge puck out that time, all the way down to Charlie Carter and over the bar. And the flags on the far side right now would seem to indicate that the breeze has changed direction yet again, and it's now blowing down towards the canal end. In other words, it's favouring Kilkenny, and Canis Brennan here knew he was going to be hooked. This time he was blocked down by Johnny Dooley. Peter Barry trying to make some inroads. Billy Dooley there as well, had a goal chance right at the start of the match. Kevin Keelan's come out trying to make amends for that goal that Charlie Carter got. Out to Johnny Pilkington. Pilkington racing through, stopped by Willie O'Connor. But the referee says foul blow, however. And it's going to be a free for Offaly. A fair bit of dash and courage shown by Johnny Pilkington, but he was fouled by Willie O'Connor. This is how it all happened. The referee says dangerous play, and that's going to be a free in. Free taken by Brian Wheelahan, and duly put over the bar. 4 points now by Brian Wheelahan. So it's 11 points to 10 effectively. Dermody giving the signal. Another huge one booming downfield beyond DJ Carey. Simon Wheelahan going very low, challenged by Charlie Carter, kicked ahead towards Kenny O'Shea, stopped here by Michael Dignan. Johnny Pilkington low along the ground beyond Paddy Mulhare. Canis Brennan getting it out as far as Tom Hickey, Kilkenny's captain. Offaly there in numbers. Johnny Pilkington doing a lot of good spade work. Hubert Wigney getting away from the challenge of DJ Carey. Pat O'Neill is having a storming match once again for Kilkenny. Towards Kenny O'Shea, stopped by Martin Hannamy. And passing it to Mulhare. Loose player inside is Brian Wheelahan, and Tom Hickey just got it away, but only as far as John Troy. Here's another chance for Offaly, and John Troy has put it wide, and they're in there protesting. Brian Wheelahan is certainly in there protesting. A disputed shot and a disputed score, as it were, and Brian Wheelahan still furiously arguing with the two umpires. Just for a moment he was left unmarked. Tom Hickey did really well to take it away, but it fell to John Troy. Hubert Wigney moving back to try and take it, flicked away from him by DJ Carey, doing a lot of very good work that's pretty well going unnoticed. This time he's the provider to Charlie Carter. Nice turn inside. Trying to get it back towards DJ, catches it well. Trying to take it out of the defence, Hubert Wigney's there. So too is Johnny Pilkington, who comes out to Andy Comerford, blocked down by Kevin Martin. Back to Comerford once again. Very open, and this second great block down by Kevin Martin. Now it's Charlie Carter. Simon Whelan with another block, 3 in a row from 2 Offaly backs. Really fired up, trying to play the game of their life. It means so much for amateur players to take home the cup. This was a wonderful spell of play. Kevin Martin first doing the blocking, and this time it's Simon Whelan. Comerford with the sideline ball. In towards DJ Kelly. Trying to skip away from Whelan. McAvoy coming in on this left-hand side. An awkward one for him, and he's put it outside and he's put it wide. So that's the second wide of the second half now, from a Kilkenny point of view. That gentleman there sees himself up on the screen, but he's a disappointed man. Still his side are a point ahead. I'm sure that man felt they should be two ahead. Tremendous noise, great excitement as well. Canis Brennan, again blocked down by John Troy, comes to Joe Dooley, blocked again by Canis Brennan. Well, the blocking in the early phase of the second half by players on both sides has been exemplary. Paddy Mulher, as we watch this once again, Joe Dooley, and again a courageous bit of play by Brennan. So Mulher to hit it. Goes all the way in towards Brian Whelan, had been marked by Tom Hickey. And he's gone down injured. It's going to be free in for Offaly. And a chance of the equaliser. So let's go across to the sideline just before the free is taken to Marty.
Well, just down at the other end of the field, a very astute positional switch has been made by Kevin Fennelly and his co-selectors. DJ Carey has been moved in now full forward, and PJ Delaney is now playing on the 40.
Well, Brian Whelan seems to have done that right angle. John Troy to hit this. Should be the equaliser. And he's put it over. A third goal by John Troy. The sides are level in this All-Ireland final for the third time. It's Kilkenny 1-8 for 11 points. You see from the flags there the breeze, and that breeze right now does seem to be favouring Offaly, but it swirls and changes direction so many times, it's very deceptive. Kevin Martin out towards Johnny Dooley. Johnny trying to press forward there. Johnny Pilkington alongside him. PJ Delaney, and he's gone down. And the referee says there's a foul by Kevin Martin, who argues that he was using his shoulder fairly. Dickie Murphy didn't see it that way. Always the referee will have a quiet little word with the player, diffuses everything. Players have so much respect for him. And PJ Delaney, who earned that free, watching now as DJ Carey will hit. Can Kilkenny go back in front again? The distance from the goal is about 48 metres. DJ's got 2 so far out of 3 frees. Well, look at it, and he's put it over. So a third point by DJ Carey, and Kilkenny have a 1-point lead. And look at that for wonderful colour and wonderful excitement on one of the sporting days of the year. Stephen Burns puck out. Keown trying to get under the ball. It's a fabulous catch by Liam Keown. Joe Dooley was in there trying to make life awkward for him. It comes out to Johnny Pilkington. Inside towards Brian Whelan, happily recovered from injury. Pat O'Neill is the man he was trying to take on, and the referee is whistling again. Whelan gets his free. And again, this should be the equaliser. Said to have come into the match with a bout of flu, already damaging a right ankle. Michael Bond looking on. Whelan strikes it, and strikes it inch perfect. 5 points now by Brian Whelan, and they level once again, now for the 4th time. That's quite a switch, but they did try it, of course, in one of the Clare matches. Towards Brian McAvoy's wing because of his good performance in the first half. You can be sure they'll try and favour him time and again. Kenny O'Shea, who switched wings, crossover there towards Charlie Carter. Good defending by Simon Whelan, and eventually they forced that ball away. Peter Barry trying to keep it away from Paddy Mulher. Johnny Dooley is in there to offer assistance, and at the end of the pile-up it's going to be a throw ball between 2 players. Dickie Murphy forced into that particular course of action for about the 3rd or 4th time. pitch is incredibly soft. You see that divot there as Andy Comerford comes forward, beating a couple of Offaly men for pace, kicking it in the end, and he's kicked it to the left and he's kicked it wide. He had a real chance. I think he was well aware that he was going to be hooped, but he showed great pace to get in that time. Well, even when the ball goes wide, you see on the screen there the happy faces of so many people here in an attendance of over 65,000 people. Pressure applied once again here. Joe O'Reilly this time. O'Reilly going in like a train. A steamroll his way through and he scored! It's a goal for Offaly. Into the second half, Offaly go in front. Well, he has a fabulous record of scoring goals in the championship. He's only ever scored 1 point, that was 2 weeks ago. But this now is the 6th goal that Joe O'Reilly has scored in championship hurling. And what a vital one it is. Back live, coming through the centre there once again like a steamroller is Michael Diagnan. Downfield towards Brian Wheelahan. Lovely control, he's 45 metres out, taking on Michael Kavanagh. Trying to link up with Saidi with Paddy Mulher. Kavanagh gets it forward, however. The man who's full-back on the under-21 team this year. John Troy, one-handed by Whelan, stealing it away beautifully to Erity. Really taking on Canis Brennan and trying to limit his effectiveness. Good hand pass from Troy, out to Johnny Dooley. They go for another score. Bounces in front of Joe Dermody. Happy that there was nobody coming in, so he had the chance to be absolutely certain in his handling. Simon Wheeling with a wonderful catch. And the range of skills we are seeing in this match this afternoon, very, very impressive. Liam Cohen hurling well towards DJ Carey, can't take it down. Charlie Carter can. 45 metres out, Charlie. He wanted a rapid response to that goal by Joe O'Reilly. But it's Offaly who lead by 3 points. This is another look from behind the Offaly, or behind the Kilkenny goal, of the Offaly move by Joe O'Reilly, coming in powerfully so, and a wonderful shot. That was from a pencil camera back behind the goal. This is Joe O'Reilly in full flight once again, confidence high, and he scored another one over the bar. A goal now and 2 points for Joe O'Reilly. The distinguished guests here are looking on. I'm sure there's thoughts in their minds about what a spectacular game it can be from time to time. As Joe Dermody pucks out across towards Kenny O'Shea's wing. Andy Comerford picking it up. Hooked well. Johnny Pilkington was in there trying to make life very difficult for the Kilkenny number 11. And it ends up being a 65 hooked off the back. And that's the very first. Kilkenny taking the opportunity to prepare perhaps a fresh man to come in. O'Neill is coming up to take the 65. You see from the breeze behind him on the flag there that the wind is behind him at this stage. It's a huge one, but it's going to the right. So Pat makes his way back onto the full back line. And he's marking during the second half is Brian Wheeler. Score of 5 points, most of them from frees. Stephen Byrne about to puck out. Everybody under it. Paddy Mulher taking it down. Canis Brennan there beside him. Every challenge is entered into as if their very lives depend upon winning this particular tie. Most important match of the year for all of them. Kenny O'Shea here taking his chance. Martin Hannemy's after him. He hits it and he hits him well. That's 2 points now in this match for Ken O'Shea. He'll be delighted. They're absolutely thrilled. Three between them once again. Great individual work here by Kenny O'Shea, making the opening for himself. And from another angle, you can see that he shrugged off the attentions of the Offaly backs to make that score. Cohen, left half back. There's the man in the corner who's beaten for it by Simon Wheelahan. Michael Dykeman into the centre towards Johnny Dooley. Dooley against Barry, that's quite a battle this afternoon. Kevin Martin was coming in to try and get that ball forward. Andy Comerford has it. Kilkenny needing opportunities to try and convert those opportunities into scores, but nothing on this occasion. Just had a picture DJ Carey in full forward having a little look back at the man who was playing the ball in. So you just wonder what the Kilkenny management can come up with in terms of freshening up the ideas. DJ now at full forward where he's been marked by Kevin Keenan. John Troy. Hickey doing well. Forward there by Peter Barry. PJ Delaney this time trying to dispossess Kevin Martin. That goal has really changed things for Offaly. They come looking for more. Pat O'Neill just kept it away from Brian Wheelahan. Needed Willie O'Connor to get it out, however. Philly Larkin. This is O'Neill once again. Dropped hitting this one into the centre. Peter Barry first to react. Kenny looking fresh. Beyond Charlie Carter this time, and it favours the cornerback the whole time. Simon Wheelahan. Good work by Charlie Carter. He's put the ball out over the end line. Kenny O'Shea is right corner forward at this stage. DJ Carey full forward. This man here, Charlie Carter, remains at top of the left. Their half forward line reads PJ Delaney, Andy Comerford, and also, of course, Brian McAvoy. Midway now through the second half. Canis Brennan for a Kilkenny side trailing by 3 points. Simon Whelan again getting out there first, and this time Charlie Carter into John Driving. Simon Whelan playing a very good second half. Offaly then, the side beaten in the Leinster final by Kilkenny. 3 points ahead, and a nice gesture there as the manager of one team offers water to a player on the other. It's part of the spirit in which this match has been played. It's nicely forward by Joe Dooley, kicking it inside here. This is Paddy Mulher, and strong, forceful work once again. Pat O'Neill knocking it well away from danger. DJ Carey now has gone into the centre of the field. There's just one man in front, and that's Charlie Carter. O'Shea with a quizzical expression on his face. The referee's been having words with him, just telling him to cool it down a little bit. Johnny Pilkington here, upended unceremoniously. I'm sure Johnny and Hubert Wigney wondering whether it'll be a history-making day for them, even in the Leinster final, but will they take the cup at the end of it all? Wigney has hit this one to the right. No real chance there for the Offaly forwards to profit. DJ Carey is now right half forward in a switch with PJ Delaney. Delaney now full forward. And he just got a touch on that one. Coming in with here is McAvoy, looking for another score. Nice ball inside. And what's the referee going to do here, because there's a player upended. The referee is calling aside Martin Hannamy. Once there was a real hint of danger, Hannamy forced into taking the player down. PJ Delaney, the player in question. And so Martin Hannamy becomes the first player to have his name taken in the 1998 Guinness All-Ireland Hurling final. This is the reason why. And it's a penalty. It had to be. So 3 men will be on the goal line. Martin Hannamy will be one of them. Stephen Byrne is there as well. Kevin Martin's coming out, and they're waiting to bring Brian Wheelahan all the way up from full forward. Is he going to be the one on the goal line? They've only 2 there at the moment. They're still having a consultation. It's Wheelahan who's going in. DJ Carey to take it. How often in the past has he got important goals in major matches? Remember the 2 he got from frees, from ordinary 20-metre frees in the Leinster final this year. Kilkenny trail by 3 points. Will this be the equaliser by DJ Carey? He's put it over the bar. A 4th point by DJ Carey, and so they remain 2 points adrift. Well, this is interesting. He put it over the bar. I have an idea he probably almost certainly went for a goal. And Marty Morrissey has some more news.
While DJ Carey was taking that penalty, Johnny Dooley was called over to the sideline to talk to the Pat McLaughlin and Paul Mulher, the 2 Offaly selectors. And Paul Mulher has now gone down to Michael Bond because there is concern whether or not Johnny Dooley can continue.
We also got a view there of Niall Maloney, who could very well be coming in pretty soon for Kilkenny. This is Johnny Dooley, about whom there is some concern, and that's saved again by Joe Dermody. Offaly leading still by those 2 points. In terms of time remaining, about 11.5 minutes to go. Joe Dooley has it. Still Dooley going forward, in towards John Troy, saved by Joe Dermody. Very good interception there, and a fine clearance down towards DJ Carey. Kenny O'Shea and Philly Larkin in after it. Johnny Pulkin trying to get that ball again downfield in towards his forwards. Liam Keoghan fast to the ball this time. Stopped by Johnny Dooley, but there's support there. Nicely out of defence. Charlie Carter. Keeping it away here for Martin Hannamy. Delivering a dangerous ball in there. Stephen Byrne making the save. Kenny O'Shea very nearly got a little flick on that one. It's up and down the field. Championship hurling. The prize a huge one. Brian Wheelahan again. Pat O'Neill in there to try and make life more awkward for him. A partial block on it. Tom Hickey getting the clearance in. Into the middle of the field. Johnny Pilkington beaten by 2 men. Brian McAvoy and Andy Comerford. Comerford firing it forward, but that will favour Kevin Martin against DJ Carey. Just not the kind of direct pass that DJ was looking for. This is a fine catch by Billy Dooley. Out around the middle of the field at this stage. Liam Keoghan. Offaly just with their noses in front. Towards John Troy. Canis Brennan. Oh, stopped by Paddy Mulher when he was trying to pick out one of the half forwards with the pass. Towards Joe Dooley. Great catch again by Pat O'Neill. If it's an All-Ireland final and Kilkenny were involved in the 90s, you can be sure that Pat O'Neill will turn in a starving performance. And that he's done again this afternoon. Martin Hannamy breaks out to Paddy Mulher. Peter Barry, assisted by Charlie Carter. Towards PJ Delaney, got a little touch to give it away from Hubert Briggy onto Andy Comerford. Kilkenny raiding again, trying to plug back the lead. And that's a foul on Kevin Keenan. And Kilkenny are about to make a change as anticipated. And let's get some news of that from Marty.
Well, Niall Maloney is being introduced, and the man that's going to be coming off is Ken O'Shea. Offaly seem to have lots of problems at the moment. Darren Hannafy has been given the slip of paper. We anticipated it was for Johnny Dooley, but that in turn could change now.
So Gary, or Darren Hannafy rather, brother of Gary of course, he is now on the field. On the field and off the field. Selectors just waiting to make their move. Billy Dooley, the injured player here. And Offaly, I think, being forced into making a change. They might have been considering another player going off, but it looks bad for Billy Dooley as we go back for Marty.
Yes, well, Tony Murphy, the Offaly Hurling Board Secretary, had to change the name on the slip of paper. It was going to be Johnny Dooley, but now it has to be Johnny's brother Billy.
So Darren Hannafy gets his big chance. There are just about 8 minutes to go. Right in there it goes. Brian Wheelahan, lovely dancing movement from him, and he gets it over the bar. A wonderful half-back in his best form, now proving himself to be a very accurate and astute forward with his 6th point of the day. Delight for Offaly fans. He's had 6 chances to score, in this match, and he's got 6 points. Johnny Pilkington firing it in. It's gone over the bar. 2 in a row. Pilkington's first point. This match far from being over. 4 points separating the teams, but Offaly with a couple of good scores in the last few seconds. This is nicely taken down by Philly Larkin. Now it's Kilkenny's turn to attack. They need a score badly. And Philly Larkin provides his first point of the day. So 3 points the margin, 115 to 112. This was a beautiful skill just moments ago here from Philly Larkin, beautifully over the bar. Stephen Byrne, man who saved Offaly on many occasions during this championship season. Towards Joe Dooley, runs on towards John Troy, away by Hickey out to Paddy Mulher. It was always going off from the time it left his stick. With the agony in his face, and Billy Dooley really feeling the pain of all of this. You can see that it's damaged the knee. A highly pressurised occasion. Once again, McAvoy advancing. PJ Delaney trying to get it through. Delaney hits it at stop. The referee has whistled. It's in the net. It's not going to count. The referee's whistle has definitely sounded before all of that. Mickey Murphy with a look at the watch. 6 minutes remaining. Here in Croke Park, they were ready to change the score as PJ Delaney fired that one in there, buried in the end. Niall Maloney's goal, however, does not count, and it's going to be a free in for Kilkenny just as soon as play resumes. And some more news from the sideline.
Indeed, Kilkenny are making lots of changes. We can tell you that John Costello is going to be coming in for Michael Kavanagh, but we also see that Sean Ryan has been given another slip of paper, and he is normally playing in the attack.
So 2 changes for the price of 1, as it were, late in the match. Concern everywhere. DJ Carey stepping up to take this one, and you know what that can mean many, many times. It means a score this time. It's a point. The man who also got a point from the penalty, and almost certainly went for a goal, but 2 points between the teams, and DJ Carey has now got 5 points. All too early yet to be making predictions as to who's going to take the Liam McCarthy Cup, because anything can happen. Remember 1994 and all those other years as well, with late, valuable and vital scores. Philly Larkin up towards PJ Delaney. Plenty of changes being made. Kevin Martin stopping this one initially. DJ Carey trying to roll it up onto the stick. Difficulty. Only a skill he'd have done in about 2 seconds, but the pitch is so terribly soft this afternoon following the heavy overnight rain. Philly Larkin driving it in. Stopped by Byrne. Stephen Byrne is challenged there by Niall Maloney. Still gets his clearance in. Swept up here by Brian McAvoy with such a good first half. Michael Dykeman now. His side leading by just 2 points. Pat O'Neill appeared to be dragged back that time. Pressured by Brian Wheelahan. Canis Brennan trying to get it away for the Cats. Beating the block there of Darren Hannafy. Philly Larkin firing it forward again towards anybody who will do. It's Niall Maloney who was there along with DJ Carey, not Charlie Carter. Great block down by Simon Wheelahan. Carter this time dispossessed by Paddy Mulher. Offaly still with their noses ahead, but just about. Kilkenny coming back through Canis Brennan. Mulher rising for this one, taking it down well. Charlie Carter then going in, doing his little bit of defending as a forward. Peter Barry after this. Simon Wheelahan put everything he had after that. It's Joe Dooley who turns it back downfield. Brian Wheelahan chases. Canis Brennan's after it as well, facing his own goal. And he gets it away from Brian Wheelahan. Brennan's had a very, very steady game for Kilkenny. And it appears that Andy Comerford has gone. He's left the game and been replaced by Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan, former minor and under-21 star, now part of the action. Kilkenny having to freshen up their side. Just about 3 minutes remain. Simon Wheelahan in no particular hurry. At the end of the 2-year experimental phase, the backdoor system, the team that got in by that backdoor have got a lead. Ken O'Shea and It's John Costello who's come in place of Michael Kavanagh. That's another switch that they have just made. Also noticed there that John Ryan has come in place of Johnny Dooley for Offaly. So lots of changes and switches very, very late in the matches. Both teams try to turn it their way. John Troy, nicely on towards John Ryan. Nicely in here towards Eredy, the man who got the goal earlier on. Coming forward again, missing it this time. And it's a goal! Brian Whelan has done it! Brian Whelan has made it 2:15 to 1:13 with 2 minutes to go. It was Joe Eredy who was steaming forward again, taking on Peter Barry, missing his shot. It came to Whelan and he buried it past Joe Dermody. Offaly will never have a better chance of taking the Liam McCarthy Cup than they have right now. Bidding to win the title for the 4th time ever. Pat O'Neill getting that ball away towards Brian McAvoy. Everybody chasing after him. This is Liam Keown. 5 points separate the teams. Nicely held back there, Hubert Rigney. So many heroes on both teams this afternoon. John Troy here, going forward again. Leaving one inside here, here's a late chance. And it's stopped. It was Hannafy who had the chance, Dermody making the block. Still on the goal line there, Tom Hickey getting it away for Kilkenny. Well, it really would have been absolute curtains at that stage for the Kilkenny Cats. Martin Hannafy with a minute to go. Pat O'Neill losing the helmet, injured as well, but still got that ball away. Michael Duignan coming out here. That switch worked well. Duignan tearing through the heart of the Kilkenny defence on his left-hand side, and he puts it over the bar. The arms in triumph. Surely now it's Offaly. Duignan's second point. Offaly, who won the All-Ireland for the first time ever in 1981. Did it again, of course, in 1985. Did it in 1994 against Limerick. And now they're about to do it against one of the big powers in senior hurling. Hickey making the catch. 6 points the difference. Almost into injury time. Offaly stand firm. Kevin Martin having another great game at left half back. Willie O'Connor. Kilkenny needing a few extra minutes and a few goals quickly. Billy Larkin has it. They've already lost the minor this afternoon, and right now they look like they're about to lose the senior. And Joe Dooley looks like he's about to win his 3rd medal in the All-Ireland series. Billy Larkin hits it in, stopped by Simon Whelan. Driven way downfield again towards John Ryan. Good work again by Canis Brennan. John Ryan, the number 21 in there alongside Brian Whelan. He has had a wonderful match once again after a shaky start when Brian McAvoy got in for a few early scores. The switch has worked well. And Michael Bond, the man from Galway who came in late in the season, looks to be on the verge of an All-Ireland success. Mulher has Kevin Martin there to assist him. Look at the liveliness now in the Offaly play. They look fresher. Back down again. Hubert Rigney, it's all over. And Offaly are the All-Ireland hurling champions from 1998. Hubert Rigney, the captain, will take the Liam McCarthy Cup back down to the Midlands. But this time it'll be to Offaly. Michael Bond, one of the heroes, the man who came in, who turned around their season. But Offaly had so many heroes this afternoon. And the final score here shows Offaly winning by 6 points. It's Offaly 2 goals and 16 points. Kilkenny 1 goal and 13. It's a glorious moment for Offaly, for their captain Hubert Rigney. The Liam McCarthy Cup is won by Offaly. Champions for the 4th time ever. What a remarkable last 20 years it's been. Billy Dooley in there. What a day for the Dooley family. Johnny Pilkington as well. And a day for all of these Offaly fans here in Croke Park, at home in Offaly itself, and Offaly people, of course, also throughout the world.